I'd like to describe to you the notion of the apotheosis. The idea of this apotheosis. This is also known as divinization or deification, and it comes from a variety of Latin and Greek references. It refers to this process of the elevation of a subject, in essence, to divine status. Now, I don't want to be accused of being sacrilegious and the like, but the concept involves the glorification of a human being or another living entity, or even, I guess, maybe an abstract thought or concept, to a level resembling that of a deity. Apotheosis entails, as I write, the attribution of divine qualities and transcendent significance, symbolizing a transformation from the mundane and the usual to the divine. And that's what will happen regarding Trump. Not in the religious sense. No. But in the elevation of Trump as this emblematic reference to a change in the American political scene, as crazy as that man may seem at times, and as sometimes selfish, and he is transformational. There will be, and if this iteration of our republic has a chance, there has to be this divinization, so to speak. Not in him as a human being, but in the concept. A person who comes in and changes the rules and blows apart these artificial, ridiculous left-right parameters. This foolish, stupid, simple, idiotic, lame notion of this conservative, liberal, everywhere you go, these purveyors of such purport to give you the news, but they basically, and by the way, this is the left and right. Fox News, in particular, Fox News is that new bag of potato chips that you swear is big, and then you open it and it's all air. There's nothing there. It's got a lot of labeling. You think you know what it is. Just this is the GOP. You think you know what it is. What do they stand for? What is it? What is it? What is the essence of our political parameters? What do you stand for? What do you believe? What is it? What, Reaganomics? Post-Reagan, Teddy Roosevelt, paleoconservatism? What? It's become muddled. And one of the things that's changed everything, that is so transformational, mark my words, is what's happening in the Middle East. Because the center of gravity went from, Egypt to the Gulf states. And what is happening in Gaza right now will be forever affecting the rest of our lives. This is the chance for you to finally say, wait a minute. I've been duped. I've been told who the bad guys are and who the good guys are. Wait a minute, you told me that this is what America stands for, that this is what conservatism stands for. You lied to me, precisely. You lied to me. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you have been given this song and dance, this story. They sold you A Dream of Christmas. They sold you A Silent Night. Remember that? The Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Greg Lake. I Believe in Father Christmas. You've been given this delusion. 2024 is going to change everything. Everything. The whole notion of what our political system is, about what America is, about what elections are, about who's who. And believe me, the guy who is so transformative, as crazy as this sounds, is Donald Trump. He doesn't even know it. He doesn't know it. Every now and then somebody comes along in the world of music and you think, boy, this is kind of weird. We saw it with punk, we saw it with grunge, we saw it with the Ramones, we saw it with the Lower East Side, we saw it with CBGBs. We heard these new iterations, these new iterations of versions of music. When all of a sudden R&B, whenever, and then hip hop exploded, and then rap, and wow. Do you remember? And you kind of heard a little bit of the rumblings and the grumblings and the sounds, the intonations of like Gil Scott-Heron and others, and even Debbie Harry to an extent. And then prior to that, there was a kind of a syncopated sound. But something broke. Sugar Hill Express, and then it just, wow, blew up. The Beatles, and it starts off with a little bit of, the Beatles had, there was rockabilly, there was R&B, there was this, and then they came along and blew it apart. The Middle East has been talking about the Middle East for 75 years. The narrative hasn't changed once. There were iterations of this. There was Fatah here, and there was Arafat here, and there was everybody from Begin to Golda Meir to this, and it pretty much was the same. And then October the 7th, it all changed. It changed. And I can sit around, I can maybe explain to you why, but I don't care about that. It changed. The Republican Party. Boring. 2015, Trump announces, and everything changes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you can do one of two things, dear friend. You can do the usual thing. You can go through the news every day and let the news editors tell you what's important. They can tell you, hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene was swatted. Okay, fine. Interesting. No. Hey, Kathy Hochul's going to, there's a brand new move that maybe the, considering reparation. No, stop. No, that's not important. No, they're defining it to you. Anti-Semitism on campus. Stop with the anti-Semitism on campus. Anti-Semitism on campus doesn't affect me one way or the other. Anti-Semitism, homophobia, racism, whatever. We've been having that ideas and thoughts and weird people saying weird things. For the love of God, this is America. What am I supposed to do? This is a smokescreen. This is to try to get you off of what's happening in the Middle East. And also one of the things which is going to break apart, which is going to change everything drastically, is that the third rail has been turned off. There was a time when if you dared ever question the official narrative coming from Israel, you were an anti-Semite. You were loathed and shunned and blackballed. And well, that's before Bibi, because Bibi blew that one up. It's all changed. People who find themselves out, friends of mine here in New York City, Upper West Side, proverbial Upper West Side, prototypical, archetypical Jewish liberals, and who were always into the blue state, are now turning to the Fox News crowd to get any kind of conciliatory agreement as to what's happening regarding Israel. They have to go to Fox News because the left is going to turn on anybody who appears to be either too pro-Israel or anti-Palestinian. Bobby Kennedy's going to learn from that big time. The Democratic Party is going to learn from that. Biden's going to learn from that. And to an extent, not really Trump, because Trump has said, I'm who I am, and what people love is consistency. Say which one about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, yeah, he's a lefty, whatever it is, but he's consistent. And Bernie Sanders is sincere. So, my friends, you listen to what I'm saying. You can probably, I know what most people are going to do. They're going to take what I just said and they're going to just dismiss it because they don't understand it. They're not used to this. I'm not interested in immediate, reading, headlines. I want to talk about what's going next. Tell me the trajectory. If there's an artillery barrage, don't stare at the equipment. Stare where the round's going downfield. That's what you should be watching. The trajectory. Where is it going? Not the immediate. This is new. I know. And you may look. You're looking at me and you're going, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" I don't blame you. Because I'm not from the left, and I'm not from the right, and I'm not from the conservative, I'm not from the Republican. I'm from the Americans, and this is my soul. America first, Constitution first. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who you are, and you don't even know it. I don't give a damn about other countries. I wish them well. I wish the world peace. I worry about the United States. This is nice. It's nice to talk about global stuff. Only insofar as it affects the United States. This year is a chance to get selfish. And I'm not going to get sucked in anymore. Excuse me, I never was. You're not going to get sucked in by a bunch of globalist ghouls who are trying to convince you that somehow you have to, well, you'll see. I've said too much. All right, dear friends, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos, and whatever you do, comment, dear friends, comment as you see fit.